Look at the former prodigy, now a floor janner. Not bad. At least you finally the job you deserve.
I used to think you'd be a legend. Turns out you're not even bench material.
Mason, you better say everything you want today. You got cut from the family, dumped by the league, and dumped by her. What do you even have left?
All he has left is bitterness.
This is perfect TV! The old king falls, the new king rises! You know what, loser? This is the closest you'll ever get to a championship.
Pick it up. Aren't you good at taking what nobody wants?
Stop right there! You'll understand soon. What hit the floor today wasn't the ring. It was your pride. And now, Phoenix Blaze announces the league's biggest signing. From tonight on, this franchise remembers one name, Mason Cross. Sorry, looks like we're having a technical issue. Forgot to mention, I didn't come back to pick up trash. I came back to buy what you built. Noah Cross is officially back! This is the most explosive revenge moment in sports this year. Buying broadcast rights doesn't earn him a place back in the game.
Noah's best at creating chaos when he feels rejected. You crashed the servers 3 times last night.
Subscription spiked 470x. Also, Blaze Legal sent us 7 warning letters. That means they're scared.
You've got the spotlight. Why not just announce your comeback?
Beating Mason takes more than one game. First, I take his cameras, his audience, and his narrative. Where did you get all this? He thought throwing me out would leave me wandering. Every day out there, I learned how to make him lose.
If these go public, Mason will lose it.
No. I want him smiling before he falls. I want him off every court for good! NXT is teasing an exclusive show tonight.
So who gets cut first?
First, we kill the story they sold. Some people belong under the spotlight, others belong on the floor. I wish him well, I really do. Wait, what is this? Keep shooting. You signed a pro contract, not a disability check. My shoulder can't hold anymore. Then get out. Phoenix Blaze doesn't keep dead weight.
He needs to stop.
If he can stand, right that he's fit.
That footage was stolen. This is malicious editing.
I've known Noah for years. When jealousy consumes him, he destroys people just to feel important. She's taking the narrative back.
Let her. Mr. Mason, can you explain where these payments went? Confidential business matter. Wrong. That's called siphoning.
You never planned to finish Mason tonight.
Of course. First blood belongs to public opinion.
Do I look like a victim? Of course you do.
You sure she'll follow your script?
She's not here to make peace. She's here to survive. Tonight, is this misunderstanding, betrayal, or another performance?
Noah, I know you hate me, but I didn't leave because I stopped loving you. You were spiraling. I was scared. I was just a woman trying to survive.
So, getting with Mason was survival too?
At least he wouldn't destroy me. Noah, what is this?
You said you were trying to survive, then survive on the truth for once.
If we make that underground game look like Noah threw it, he'll never make it into the league.
Good. Then go comfort him and make him think you're still on his side.
Relax. He's stupid for me. This is fake! It's AI generated!
Then explain the timestamp, the location, the texts, and the transfer records.
It wasn't supposed to go that far. Mason said it would only scare you.
So you admit you participated in framing him? You were right. You did survive. But after tonight, you'll survive watching yourself rot. Let's start with your favorite son.
Is it confirmed? Did Noah really sign a 10-day contract?
Welcome to the Iron Dogs. You've got 10 days. Don't make me regret it.
10 days is enough.
So you're the washed-up prodigy who buys headlines?
You're the guy who plays 4 minutes a night and thinks he's underrated?
At least I'm not living off family drama.
Good. Then try surviving on talent.
Enough!
Again.
What are you really doing here?
Win. If this isn't a stunt, Blaze is in trouble.
You really plan to fight your way up from the bottom?
The people who crawl out of mud know exactly how to bring towers down.
They don't want you playing.
And what about you?
I don't like trouble, but I hate losing more.
Don't think a few good drills make you a savior.
Relax. I don't save people. I give them a chance to get even.
The lineup's out. You ready?
I've been ready for 3 years.
Oh my God! Tonight is the most explosive matchup of the season. The Dynasty heir versus the exiled son.
You actually came back. You're still standing here. That's the real surprise. After tonight, everyone will know your comeback is a joke. Then pray I never get the last shot.
That call is questionable.
What the hell is that call?
Save it. Not yet.
See this? Even the whistles are on my side. Then pray the score doesn't stay close.
Get the ball to Noah. They'll trap him.
Then let them think I'm passing.
Final possession. Everything is on Noah.
Come on, show me what 3 years of exile taught you.
He's not slowing down. A poster dunk. A poster dunk for the win. Noah Cross just ended Mason on live TV.
Now tell me, who's closer to a championship now?
Should we contain the media wave?
No. First, I want everything on him.
It wasn't just a basket, it was a coup. This is the most symbolic play of the season.
We confirmed he moved through 6 countries after being exiled. 2 of those years were spent in unsanctioned underground leagues.
Underground leagues aren't the problem. The problem is how he came back alive and funded.
NXC is layered deep. The money trail is unusually clean.
Too clean is dirty.
One dunk, and the media loses its mind.
They can lose their minds for you too.
I'm not built for drama.
Wrong. No one ever gave you the camera.
The national broadcast got pulled. They say it's scheduling.
What? Why? They're scared of us.
No, they're not afraid of us winning. They're afraid the audience is choosing us.
Someone is suppressing your exposure.
Not someone. It's the league.
This internal risk notice is enough to open a case.
The public never waits for a complete case.
What kind of people did you piss off?
I used to think it was my brother. Now I know it goes higher.
Sit.
If you're trying to play father again, you're 3 years late.
I'm not here to discuss family. I'm here to offer terms. Stop targeting Mason. Withdraw the media actions, leave the domestic league. In return, I restore your status.
Status? You didn't ask if I wanted it when you erased me from the succession line.
You were too young, too uncontrollable.
Say it clearly. Was it because I was uncontrollable or because I wasn't respectable enough?
Your mother's existence embarrassed this family.
So you destroyed her son.
Dynasties require order.
Then why are you nervous now? Because I'm disturbing that order?
You think you're challenging Mason? You're touching something much more dangerous.
What exactly?
Some truths are safer unknown.
Then pray I never find out.
If the DNA issue is real, we won't be able to contain it. It's in the DNA. You can't change it.
Generous buyout.
They're not buying me off. They're trying to stop me from digging.
What did you hear?
I may not even know why I was thrown out in the first place.
We win games, he collects attention. Congrats, Noah. Another headline for you.
What are you mad at?
I'll play my ass off and people still only see you.
How did you end up here in the first place?
None of your business. No, that can't be right.
What's less possible is this. You got an independent scan later. It said recoverable.
How do you have this?
Because Blaze didn't just give you up. They labeled you dead weight on purpose.
You're using my hate against them.
Yes, because hate works better than inspiration.
If this is real, I'll tear them down myself.
This isn't routine accounting. This is systematic suffling.
Hold it. Drop it when he needs credibility the most.
Run it. If people put Noah and gambling in the same sentence again, that's enough.
Is this real or not?
It's real.
Maybe we've all been played by a better liar.
Sponsors called. If this keeps burning, the team may bench you.
They've been waiting for this!
The photo is real. I went to those places.
Then why the hell didn't you say so earlier?
Because no one ever asked why I was there.
After he was blacklisted, it was the only place that would let him play for money.
The public doesn't care about nuance.
Then we make them listen.
Everything you say now will become evidence.
3 years ago, the professional system buried me. No team, no league, no agent would touch me. So I went underground. Yes, I played there for money, but I never played for a gambling syndicate. The people who wanted match-fixing attached to my life weren't in Europe, they were here. If that game looks like he threw it, the league will never touch him again.
Make sure it looks like his own choice.
Rachel, come in now. You're about to be sued for perjury and defamation.
Who? Why not release the whole tape?
Because this isn't the moment to kill.
I know everyone hates me right now, but no one knows I was trapped in a toxic, manipulative relationship.
Are you talking about Noah Cross?
I don't want to name him, but he knows what he did to me.
She's weaponizing trauma. Do we answer now?
Release it.
Everything? Audio, transfers, chat logs?
Everything. She wants to tell a story? Then let him see the source files.
As long as Mason agrees, I'll handle Noah's evidence. The dumbest thing about him is he still thinks I might come back.
It's over. They released everything.
You told me this was handled?
You useless idiot. I told you to control the narrative, not perform some discount soap opera.
Shut up! You told me to spin it into emotional abuse.
Without me, you are nothing.
Then remember this. I still have things too.
European funds just reached out. So did Middle Eastern and Asian sports media capital.
They're not betting on me. They're betting the old system won't hold.
Contact officiating operations. Next game, don't let Noah play 4 quarters.
No whistle! What the hell are you calling? Sit down! Come on. Why don't you just hand them the damn game? They're coming for you! For you!
I know.
Noah?
You run the last set.
Me?
This isn't the time.
It's not that. He's ready.
Everyone's loading up on Noah. James for the tie!
I'm sorry, I should have made that.
Did you see how they defended you on that last possession?
If we keep eating distribution scraps, we stay outside the league forever.
The league's biggest fear isn't scandal. It's having its cash flow repriced.
Lock Southeast Asia streaming and Europe's secondary package, and their next valuation gets rewritten.
You can say it now. What are you really building?
I never planned to beat them one game at a time. A man like Gordon controls the rules. Performance alone doesn't beat the people who write the system. Their most valuable asset isn't a star. It's the story of future cash flow. So I'll choke that story.
Once you do this, you're not hitting Mason. You're hitting the league's incentive structure.
I know. Noah's been making noise lately, huh? Let him make noise. A player is still just a player. The league, media, sponsors, arenas. What isn't on our side?
Leave the boy a way out. Are you asking for mercy? I'm mitigating damage. If Noah keeps digging, it won't just hurt the league. Then you should pray he stops. Keep digging, and your bloodline may explode before mine does.
If this closes, you won't need to buy any dynasty. You'll hold the throat of the league's next negotiation cycle.
What I'm buying was never a team. We're pausing next quarter spending.
You're pulling now? Phoenix Blaze is the face of the league!
First, cut Rachel off. Second, clean the books. Third, you do not mention Noah in public again.
Why should I cut her? Noah caused all this. Because you're a fool. You turned a man who should have stayed buried into a public hero.
You think he's better than me too?
If Noah disappears, everything goes back.
Jace Holloway is playing the best stretch of his career. This team has a name now, the Cast Out Army.
What does Noah mean to you?
I used to think he was just better than us. Now I know Dynasty boys aren't the only ones who get to decide games.
At this stage, the evidence isn't direct enough. Move now, and it looks abusive.
I want maximum impact, not fastest action. We wait until he reaches peak visibility, then drag him down. On the eve of the playoffs, we move.
Noah Cross, you need to come with us to assist an investigation to illegal betting ties.
Are you out of your minds? Today? Right now?
Paperwork, let me see it. Noah Cross appears involved in another enforcement action. I've always believed the truth comes out. Some people can polish the image all they want, but what's in the blood never washed clean.
Before you remove my client, read this first. Noah Cross's financing sources are lawful. He did not participate in any gambling revenue sharing during his underground league period. If you proceed with compulsory removal now, we will file for abusive process immediately.
Investigation prolonged. That does not mean closure. Authorities are standing down for now.
I knew it.
Do you believe this was targeted? Can you guarantee you are completely clean? When one man starts affecting too many interests, truth is never the first thing to arrive. Stigma always gets there first.
They were prepared too early.
Then we win somewhere else. Then make sure he never reaches the finals.
Noah came down bad.
The fareful Failner, the fairy tale is over. If that's a high ankle sprain, this series is basically over.
How many are we down?
11. You can't go back out there. This isn't the time to be stubborn.
That's catchable.
Are you insane?
They're not trying to beat me. They want me to accept my place on my knees. I can't do that.
He's actually coming back. Jay is carrying a piece of the load now.
Why are you pushing this hard?
I used to think I wanted revenge on a few people. Then I realized it's not that. What I really want to tear down is the system built only to serve dynasties. The Iron Dogs take the lead! They're in the finals, and the opponent is Phoenix Blaze.
They're cutting the endorsements.
3 brands paused today.
Media tie-ins got pulled too.
Controversy has never truly left Noah Cross. Basketball has never been just about putting the ball in the hoop. It's also about pedigree, education, inheritance. I'm just saying, an unworthy bloodline never learns honorable rules.
She says she has new evidence. Mason hid more than you know. And Gordon, what's between them goes deeper than you think.
Your price.
Get me out of here. Protect me, and I give you everything.
You think you still get to negotiate?
They'll destroy me.
That's your road. I didn't choose it for you.
Do you really not hate me anymore?
Hating you would mean you're still worth my energy.
The fund principals have arrived. The acquisition documents are one signature away.
And?
I brought something more dangerous.
Noah Cross must be taken in for immediate questioning.
Are you kidding me? Now? 10 minutes before tip-off?
There's unexpected movement near the player tunnel.
He's done this time.
If he doesn't walk through that tunnel, tonight is ours.
Make the announcement. Effective immediately, Noah Cross is not merely a finals player. He is also an unavoidable principal stakeholder in the league's next overseas rights cycle. Compulsory action at this moment is not advised.
That's impossible.
then break him on the court.
30 seconds left. Tie game.
Noah is still playing through that leg.
Last shot goes to Noah.
Forget everyone else. Last possession, bury him.
Camera's on Noah now.
Come on. Let's see if you deserve this ending.
Three defenders collapse on Noah. He's out of angle.
Chase.
It's good! Chase Holloway hits the winner!
This wasn't a solo dagger. He handed the ending to the man Blaze once buried.
That's impossible!
Mr. Cross, stop right there. Mason is being taken in over game manipulation and financial fraud.
I can explain.
A disposable piece in the machine.
Commissioner, we need your resignation.
Reports say you may acquire Phoenix Blaze. Is that true? Is this the ultimate revenge against the old dynasty? I'm not buying Phoenix Blaze. I have no interest in inheriting an old throne. The real problem was never who sat on the throne. It was that the rules only allowed a few to be born into it. I'm acquiring the secondary league. I'm building a place for the people dynasties throw away so they can step on the floor again. This is not charity. It's rewriting the entry point. I'm not buying a team. I'm buying tomorrow.
Noah, a DNA report. The true bloodline connection in the Cross family may not be what everyone assumed.
The actual Cross lineage may be neither Mason nor you.
Don't drink that yet. You need to see this.
Tell me it's fake.
It cross-matches old Cross medical records and a recent sample.
Who signed off on the sample chain?
I'll tell you the part that matters.
Mason should be scared, but he's not the one this destroys first.
Who?
Victor.
Scrub everything tied to the birth year audit. Answer only what's asked.
In that house? I'm not the only fake son.
It's late.
When you threw me out, were you cleaning up a stain or burying evidence?
Whatever she handed you, it's bait.
You didn't answer my question.
Elena Voss doesn't chase truth. She chases leverage.
Funny. You're scared of a report you call fake.
Wait.
There's no D.
Your expulsion file is missing an appendix.
Not missing. Removed.
I know he hates me. Great. He should.
Then why are you here?
Because I kept receipts. They met before the fall, more than once.
That child should never have been kept.
She's gone.
The nurse?
The one who assisted the delivery vanished. Inactive, no forwarding, no trace.
People don't vanish for paperwork.
I got the birth index. No. Someone overlaid it.
So not a clerical error.
Someone rewrote the night you were born.
Jake, are you the face of this thing now?
I just play ball.
They were meeting before I fell.
Then this started before the ban.
I cleaned the audio, barely.
Not the stillborn. They took the live one.
We lost the arena, the sponsor froze, license review stalled, and now they're contesting player eligibility.
They're not blocking a launch. They're welding the gate shut. Delay the permit, flag the contracts.
You're not commissioner anymore. I don't need the chair. I built the room.
So what's this league? A pity project?
No. It's where guys like me stop waiting to be picked. If he signs, I sign. Me too.
You said you could contain him until you let your house rot from the inside. If you don't move now, your family and his league go under together.
He asked for you. Only you.
Of course he did.
You can walk out now. I'm not here for closure.
You still wear that face like blood means something. Talk. Dad never loved either of us. He loved the version he could parade.
How long have you known? I was a kid. They tested me. Private lab. Mom took the result before I could read it.
You believe him?
I believe he hates me enough to throw half the truth.
If she took the result, she wasn't protecting him, she was managing the story.
Then we stopped chasing him. We chased the result.
Hey, down.
Don't chase my mother. Find who signed the last page that night.
Camera 3 is dead! We tip in 10.
They're laughing at this.
Good. Then they'll be looking when it works.
Don't sell the league. Sell the guys they buried.
They're suppressing the tag.
Push clips direct.
Jace Holloway leads the first tip of the new league.
You seeing this? They're not waiting anymore.
You just broke 1 million live views!
Told you they'd watch.
If this box is empty, we start over. Birth record, legal replacement page, and a letter never sent.
She knows. And the other woman knows enough.
That's at least 2 mothers in this.
My mother knew?
Enough to stay silent.
He said the order could still be fixed.
That's not panic. That's planning.
He used the question mark.
To place heirs, to move money, to keep the name clean. Here, mother's delivery number, and here is yours.
That's not a typo. If I'm not fighting for what I thought, then what the hell was any of this? It was never the money. It was the right to hit back.
You done disappearing?
Not in the mood.
Yeah, me neither. They gave you a name and no place. You gave us a place.
Blood doesn't decide who you are. It decides who's lying.
So I stop arguing for the name.
You go after the machine.
Exactly.
We're live in 3.
In 3 days, I'll tell you who Cross really chose.
It's Noah Cross.
Is he naming names tonight?
He's naming everything. Last chance to narrow it.
They kept me alive inside a lie. They get all of it.
Let's start small. 2 numbers, 1 child, different histories. Then we found the missing legal page. This was intentional. This family wasn't trying to confirm a son. They were selecting the son Capital could live with. They were coordinating before I was buried. He knew Marston's blood was unstable. He knew mine didn't line up clean either. He turned uncertainty into placement. This wasn't fatherhood, it was selective recognition.
You think this makes you clean?
I never asked to be.
Even if you're not my son, you're still the one most like me.
This gets you limited immunity, not innocence.
I lied for power. I'm done lying for it.
Will you accept the cross-succession package? No. I don't want the name back. I want the gate, the right to decide who gets on the floor.
It's real now.
Jace Holloway becomes the first official face of the new league.
We built this?
You'll make it bigger.
You open the gate.
About time.
What if the one they switched out is still alive?
Then I keep the gate open and find them one by one.